disciple of Srila Gopalakrishna Goswami Maharaj. And I travel all over the world, going to many places. Europe, North America, South Africa, UAE. And this is my second time here in Australia. First time here though, in Adelaide. You have such a beautiful temple here. Yes. And would like to thank the devotees here. The name of the lady is Radha Shamasundar. This is Radha Shamasundar. Almost like the same size as the Radha Gopinath. Yes? I guess you like small babies here in Australia. Excuse me?
Easy to transport from India.
It's easy.
To transport.
Yeah, that's true. And you take care of them like your babies. I'm looking for another one here. I think I just erased it. Please give me a few more moments because I broadcast this for the benefit of the devotees who are following my program. My name, by the way, is Bhakti Anugraha Janardan Swami. We'll be here until Friday morning. I don't see it. Oh, this one, yes. It's not going. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. We just came from Sydney, and before that I was in the Philippines for around 2 weeks. And going back to the Philippines after around 12 days, and then we'll return back to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a transcendental place. It's the home of Srila Prabhupada. How many of you have been to Vrindavan? Yes, very good. Maybe during Kartik time, right? How many have been there last Kartik? Huh? Only our dear President, and you also? Yes. Did I chant the Radhamadeva song yet? No? Okay. We'll sing a little bit. That is the tradition. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Is the verse to the Lord? All I can see is airplay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesa Sunyabhari Paschachadeshu Tarne Om Jnana-Timirandasya Jnana-Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manodistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Nagati Swakadam Vandeham Shri Guru Sri Juta Padagavana Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Ruram Sakrajatam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Shritam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Saganalita Sri Sakamitam Hey Krishna Kadana Sindhu Dinabando Jagpate Gope Sagopika Kanta Radha Kanta Mostute Bhakta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visahanu Sute Pranamami Vansakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhu Vyayavascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. If I may suggest before we start that the Srimad Bhagavatam is like Prabhupada's Bhagavatam, is above the seat of the speaker, because Bhagavatam is glorification of the book Bhagavatam. If you can change this, I think this is for the feet, this cushion here. So just elevate to glorify more of the Bhagavatam. Is that okay? It's like if you go to India, when they do Bhagavad Gita, they don't have such an elaborate stamp for the book Bhagavad. Okay? Just suggestion. We're reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Saman Vanam, Chapter 84, the Sages' Teachings at Kurukshetra, text number 40 and 41. There is no purport on text 40, so we will recite all together text 41. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Those to the sages and the forefathers. Now absolve yourself of your debt to the demigods by executing Vedic sacrifices, and in this way free yourself completely of debt and renounce all material shelter. Next text. Vasudeva Bhavandunam Bhaktya Paramaya Harim Jagatam Iswaram Pracha Sayatvam Putranam Gata. Okay, somebody else.
Vasudeva Bhavanunam Paramaya Harim Jagatam Ishwaram Prachaha Sarvam Puttram Gatava
Vasudeva Bhavanunam
O Vasudeva, Bhavan, your good self, Nunam, doubtlessly, Bhaktya, with devotion, Paramaya, supreme, Harim, Lord Krishna, Jagatam, of all the worlds, Ishvaram, the supreme controller, Raja, have worshipped thoroughly, Sa, He, Yat, inasmuch, Vam, of both of you, Vasudeva and Devaki, Putranam, the role of son, Gata, has taken on, translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada K. O Vasudeva, without doubt you must have previously worshipped Lord Hari, the master of all worlds. Both you and your wife must have perfectly worshipped him with supreme devotion, since he has accepted the role of your son. Everybody please repeat. O Vasudeva, without you, must have previously worshipped Lord Hari, the master of all worlds. Both you and your wife must have perfectly worshipped him with supreme devotion, since he has accepted the role of your son. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti paraphrases the sage's mood as follows. We have answered you who questioned us in the manner of ordinary discourse, in the same ordinary way, in truth. However, since you are eternally liberated Father of the Supreme Lord, neither worldly customs nor injunctions of Scripture have any authority over you. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, the very name Vasudeva indicates that Vasudeva manifests brilliantly Divyati, the super excellent wealth, Vasu, of pure devotional service. In the 11th canto, Narad will again meet with Vasudeva, and at that time remind him, Divarsi Bhutaptaninam Pitrinam Nakim Karunayam Rini Charajan Sarvatmanaya Saranam Saranyam Gato Kundam Purihir Chakartam. O King, one who has given up all material duties and has taken full shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda, who offers shelter to all, is not indebted to the demigods, great sages, ordinary living beings, relatives, friends, mankind, or even his forefathers who have passed away. Since all such classes of living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, who has surrendered to the Lord's service, has no need to serve such persons separately. Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th Canto, Chapter 5, Text 41. Thus end the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 84, Text 41, purport. The chapter, The Sages' Teachings of Kurukshetra, by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, recorded in Adelaide, ISKCON Adelaide. I'll read it again, both the translations of text 40 and 41. But you, O magnanimous soul, are already free from two of your debts, those to the sages and the forefathers. Now absolve yourselves of your debt to the demigods by executing Vedic sacrifices, and in this way free yourself completely of debt and renounce all material shelter. O Vasudeva, without doubt you must have previously worshipped Lord Hari, the master of all worlds. Both you and your wife must have perfectly worshipped him with supreme devotion, since he has accepted the role of your son. So in this episode, from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto is the Summon Bonum. The Srimad Bhagavatam is compared to the transcendental form of the Supreme Lord. First two cantos refers to his lotus feet, Lord Krishna's lotus feet. And then it goes on further, the third canto, the fourth canto, the fifth canto, to his knees and to his abdomen, to his chest. And then the 10th canto is considered to be the smiling face of Lord Krishna. And here, specifically in this chapter, there are about 89 chapters, if I'm not mistaken, 89 or 90 chapters of the Srimad Bhagavatam, yet 90. 10th canto, summary of Lord Krishna's glories. We are also nearing in Krishna Balaram Mandir. We're in the 87th chapter, prayers of the personified Vedas. So this happened 5,000 years ago. There was a solar eclipse, and everyone decided to gather in Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is not a tirtha. There are two things, tirtha and dham. When we say dham, means the abode of Lord Krishna, where he took birth or performed his pastimes. That's why he called Shri Vrindavan Dham, Mayapur Dham, Jagannath Puri Dham, Ayodhya Dham, Dwarka Dham, and Kurukshetra Dham. Because, why is it called Dham? Because yes, this happened in Kurukshetra. And also later on, the battle. Battle of Kurukshetra. It occurred over there. Now we're constructing a big temple in Kurukshetra Dham. Kurukshetra Dham. Our Guru Maharaj was instructed by Srila Prabhupada along with Ambarish Prabhu to have a big temple. It's called Krishna Arjuna temple. Same with Srila Mayapur. Both of them were given the task to construct that temple of Vedic planetary. So in Kurukshetra Dham, there is a big pond of water, body of water called what? Brahma Sarovar. How many of you have been to Kurukshetra? Right. Kurukshetra is a very special place because when Lord Krishna left Vrindavan in the invitation of Kamsa to have a wrestling match between Krishna and his big Mustika, big wrestlers, because King Kamsa was afraid, and he thought that by this, first by Kubalyabhida, the elephant, along the way to the wrestling match, King Kamsa thought that he'll be able to kill Krishna, who is just merely a little bit over 10 years old, almost 11 years old, going to Mathura. However, Krishna's age is like 1.5 times his actual age. So if it's 11, it's around considered to be what age? 15. Yeah, he's good at mathematics. So, but then, at this time, in Kurukshetra, because after some time he lived in Mathura for a few more years, and then he moved to Dwarka, where he married how many wives? Children. How many wives Krishna had?
How many wives Krishna has? 16,108.
Yeah, 16,108 queens. So there was a solar eclipse, and this is most auspicious place in Kurukshetra to take bath in Brahma Sarovar and to perform Vedic sacrifices. So everyone met over there. I remember going to Kurukshetra maybe over a little year ago, sometime like last April, last year, or not even a year ago, So we went to this place where it is to be considered to be the meeting place between the gopis and Lord Krishna. Nanda Maharaj, Mother Devaki, Vasudev, Yasoda, many, all the sages also, Vyasadev, Narad Muni, they were all there for that special occasion. Eclipse is considered to be inauspicious at the same time, but at the same time it is auspicious. Remember when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took birth? Everyone was chanting, Hari, Hari! Everyone was chanting the holy name of the Lord, and while their body were immersed in Ganga, and even the Muslims, everyone was chanting the holy name of the Lord. In Vrindavan, we follow this system during eclipse, whereby there is no darshan of the Lord, but the puja is still going on inside. And we're not supposed to cook anything. Anything that's being cooked during an eclipse, even lunar or solar eclipse, we close the deity's darshan a few hours before, like 6 hours before. I don't know if you do that here. I don't think we do that in the West. We follow this system. No one eats anything during that eclipse. And then we will only open the darshan after the eclipse. So, however, in this episode, So they were doing some yagyas and everyone met each other. Everyone was so jubilant, having seen each other for such a long time. The Brajavasis seeing Lord Krishna also. So the sages were there, and the main purpose, actually, we're going to holy places, holy dham, holy tirtha. Tirtha means holy places, like Haridwar or Prayag, Allahabad, where the Kumbh Mela happens every 6 years, 12 years, 144 years. The last Kumbh Mela was like very momentous. It's been like for so many years, hundreds of years. That's why there are at least, how many crores of people there? Crores and crores of people. They went there for purification. But according to the Shastra, when one goes to a holy place, or a holy dham, it's not just to take bath and perform ritualistic ceremonies. Main purpose, when one goes to a holy dham, a holy place, is to hear from sadhus, to hear from the holy man. That is more important. It's like when devotees, they go to Vrindavan, immediately they go to Loi Bazaar. You know Loi Bazaar? Gopinath Bazaar, you know? You do that? Prabhupada says, if you want to forget Krishna, then go to Loi Bazaar. Of course, he was thinking that, he was saying that because, like, we're so absorbed. But if we're going there to shop for our deities, then we remember Krishna. But when you're dealing with the merchants, you say, oh, for you, I don't make profit. You hear that? Oh, you come back tomorrow. I don't have now. Come back tomorrow. But the main purpose why when we are going to these holy places and holy dham is to meet the sadhus. Why? Just because of their having seen them or darshan of them, we get purified. What to say of when they speak? When they talk about Krishna, when they talk about Harikatha, then our heart becomes transformed. When we go to a holy place and there is no transformation of the heart becoming purified, then we actually don't go and being there in the holy dham. We can be physically in the holy dham, but we can be somewhere else. Sometimes devotees, they will come to a big gathering and they will be so distracted because so many people, and sometimes they will say, I don't want to come anymore because it's too much crowd. If you go to Kumbh Mela or Ratha Yatra, anyone of you have been to Jagannath Puri Ratha Yatra? No? Okay, I'm wondering. I have not been, but I've been inside the temple now. From Jagannath Puri. Seeing, having darshan of Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. But we went there night time because there's special darshan. Lord Jagannath is the only deity that doesn't sleep. They don't put Jagannath to sleep like Radha Shyama Sundar or Gaurnitai or Nishingadev. Lord Jagannath's eyes is always open, so big. He doesn't even have an eyelid. Have you seen an eyelid of Jagannath? Maybe not. So he doesn't sleep. He just perform his lila and have the demigods have darshan in the middle of the night. So, Lord Krishna was there 5,000 years ago in Kurukshetra. And the mood is that of bliss, but at the same time, the gopis, they feel some kind of suffering and pain, and because they wanted to bring Lord Krishna back to Vrindavan. So that was the mood of Ratayatra, bringing back Lord Krishna back to in the mood of Vrindavan. Now, at that time, Lord Krishna is not wearing his, like, gopa, vesh, the attire or the dhoti, and his having a flute. At that time, Lord Krishna looks like a kshatriya, full of paraphernalia, regalia. Instead of turban, he's wearing a crown, because he's a king now. He's a king. And the sages, when they met Lord Krishna, they were so old, and of course, they all were respectful obeisances, and even to Vasudeva, at this time here, in this verse being under discussion today, in the beginning, Vasudeva, who is, actually Lord Krishna has two fathers. What is it? Huh? What is this, Yohan? What is this? Maharaj finished at 8:30. I have not even started yet. You all going to work? You're going to work. How many of you are going to work? Okay, you can go to work. No problem. I can stop at 8:30. That means another 5 more minutes. I have not come to the point yet. I was just giving you an introduction. So, actually, Lord Krishna, there are two Krishnas 5,000 years ago. Huh? I thought there was only one Krishna. One Krishna is the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. And another Krishna is the son of Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj. So when Vasudeva brought Lord Krishna from Mathura, crossing the Yamuna, going to Gokul, when he put his son, Krishna, is Vasudeva Krishna. It's not the same as Nanda Krishna. So Mother Yasoda, she gave birth to Lord Krishna. First she gave birth to who? Yogamaya. Right? Yes. And then Lord Krishna. And she did not know. She was asleep. So when Vasudeva came and he put Vasudeva Krishna to the bed side of Mother Yasoda, these two Krishna became one. Huh? That's why in this pastimes, Lord Krishna has two fathers. Now, we only have one father. Oh, you can have another father if your mother married another husband. But we only have one mother also. You only came from one mother and one father. Yes? Yes. But then, nowadays, they got divorced, they got separated, and the mother may take another husband. Now you can have another father, but that is not your seminal father. You can have unlimited fathers, but you only have one father. But Krishna has two fathers. So he's the only one who has two fathers and two mothers at the same time. Now understood? Yes? So now, when they met, the sages sages were there. Narad Muni, Vyasadeva, and so many others. Even nowadays when you go to Brahma Sarovar, there's so many sadhus there. They live there. He asked a question to the sadhus, as if he is like a conditioned soul. But then, the reply is this. The reply, you're asking us a question that seemingly you pose yourself as like an ordinary man. But how can it be? You're the son. Your son is Krishna. How can one be a father or a mother of the Supreme Personality of Godhead for them being an ordinary soul? They're not ordinary souls. So that's why he says, but you, O Magnanimous soul, are already free from two of your debts. An ordinary living being, conditioned soul, we have so many debts to pay. We owe our forefathers. We owe the sages. We owe the demigods. We owe practically so many living entities. But, he is free from any debt. This is the verse 40. Now absolve yourself of your debt to the demigods by executing petty sacrifices. And then he says, they said, too, without a doubt, you must have previously worshipped Lord Hari. Anyone who worshipped Lord Hari, that is their real wealth. The real wealth is not having a big villa, a big mansion, a big bank account, being surrounded by aristocratic family, relatives. That is not wealth, that is not opulence. People think real wealth is also having so much bitcoins, cryptocurrency, no, or having a jet. You can go anywhere and everywhere. That's not real. Real wealth is having Krishna. Now, one cannot have Krishna if he is not surrendered to Krishna. And to surrender to Krishna, we have to sacrifice our very self. Even the gopis, they sacrifice their happiness for Krishna's happiness. They don't care even if they go to hell. Remember that story? Narad Muni came to see Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna having headache. Yeah, remember that story? So Narad Muni asked Lord Krishna, how can I help? What to do to relieve you from headache? And he says, oh, it is only by the dust, the lotus feet of my devotees. If I smear this in my head, I'll be free from headache. So Narad Muni went to many places. He went to the Brahmanas who was doing Swaha, Swaha. And Narad Muni says, can you help me? Lord Krishna had a headache. And this is the only solution, the dust from the feet of his devotees. So no, we don't want to go to hell. That's not possible. That's not possible. So, he saw the gopis, they were in lamentation. So, Narad Muni asked them, I need some help because Lord Krishna is having a headache. And the gopi says, yes, what can we do for you? Is there anything? Yes, the only solution is the dust from the feet of his devotees. And the gopi says, how much do you need? How much do you need? Yeah, take. Really? You don't mind? No, even if you go to hell. You please stay. We may go to hell as long as Krishna's headache will be relieved. So, yes, Vasudeva and Devaki must have performed so much austerities, and that austerities actually is Bhakti. So many, even the cowherd boyfriends who are able to play with Lord Krishna on an equal level, was able to go, even some of them, ride on the shoulders of Krishna and Balaram. What kind of pious activities they must have performed in the past? He says, Krita Punya Punya. They must have performed hips and hips and hips of pious activities. But this is the real wealth. What kind of pious activities? Bhakti. Bhakti. So, Krishna is indebted to his devotees. A little bit of service performed for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. Krishna is obliged unlimitedly. We've heard the story of Sudama Vipra, the same thing. Balavecha Sridhar, the same thing. Krishna reciprocates. Bhakti means a mutual exchange between the lover and the beloved. Bhakti is not a one-way street. Bhakti is reciprocation. Sometimes devotees may say, "Oh Maharaj, I've been chanting for many years and I don't feel I'm making any advancement. I just heard this recently. I don't feel, how do I know Krishna is reciprocating?" Well, the reason that you are still continue chanting, continue on with your service, continue on getting up early in the morning, Krishna is reciprocating to you. You may not say, or you may not feel that you have the taste, but actually you're having the taste. Secret of success in Krishna consciousness is to be consistent. To do the same thing again and again, every day. And in the Narayana Bhakti Sutra, one of the purports there, Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna cannot be attained by practice. No. Krishna can be attained by what we are offering to him. What is our intention? If our intention is only for the pleasure of Lord Krishna and his devotees, Krishna will ultimately, he will reciprocate. So now here, Vasudeva and Devaki, what kind of pious credits they accumulated to be the father and mother of Lord Krishna. That's why they said, both you and your wife must have perfectly worshipped him with supreme devotion, since he has accepted the role of your son. So how can we do that? How we can attain? Of course, we cannot be a Vasudeva or Devaki or other common boyfriends of the Supreme Lord who are eternally performing their pastimes with the Supreme Lord. And those positions are already taken. But in the spiritual world, we also have a spiritual body. Right now, the soul has a material body. We are engaged. We are Puranjana. We are embodied in this material form made of 5 gross body and 3 subtle body, material body. But the soul, this is not our eternal form. This material body means sense enjoyment. That's why we attain this body. We all have different eyes, different nose, different mouth, different ears, different bodily forms, different karma. But after purifying our heart from the 9 processes of Bhakti, especially the hearing and chanting of the holy name of the Lord as prescribed in Kali Yuga, the Yuga Dharma, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us the simplest and most practical way how to purify our heart. And especially when we associate with the devotees of the Supreme Lord. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord and not criticizing the devotees of the Lord will make one go back home, back to Godhead. There is a tendency in the conditioned state to find faults, criticize others, blaspheme others, envy of others. No. As long as we have this envy within our heart, then we will not develop love for Krishna. Sometimes others, they say, I love Krishna, but I don't like his devotees. Yeah, I find fault always with others, but I love Krishna. But that love is not there. It's just mouth, word of mouth. No, real love of Krishna means loving everyone, and that is real wealth. If you are surrounded by devotees, that is real wealth. If you're hearing Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, that is real wealth. If you're chanting the holy name, that is real wealth. If your qualities, the real, genuine qualities of the living being, the spirit soul, is being developed, that is real wealth. So Vasudeva and Devaki, they have the real wealth. And they don't have to pay any debts to anybody because they are surrendered to Lord Krishna. No need. No need. Anyone who is surrendered to Lord's service has no need to serve such persons separately. Prabhupada gave an example. It's like when you water the root of the tree, all the branches, all the twigs, all the leaves are being nourished. You just water the root of the tree. So this watering process is the devotional service. And especially the hearing and chanting, the name, fame, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Supreme Lord. I'll stop here now. Any questions or comments? Anyone would like to add something? I've heard in Adelaide, they always have a question. Yes?
Basically, we are the marginal potency of the Lord.
Excuse me?
According to the Bhagavad Gita, it says we are the marginal potency of the Lord.
Yes, marginal.
Even if we go to the spiritual world, we always have a fall back, like we keep
No.
moving. We can't be in the spiritual world or we lose the marginal potency and become.
No. Marginal means you can upgrade or you can degrade. But once you reach there, yat yatvana nivartante tantama paramam mama. Once you reach there, you learn your lesson that you cannot be happy separate from Krishna. That is the main reason why we are here.
But we will be still marginal.
Why we are here. Listen, you want to be happy separate from Krishna. You cannot be happy separate from Krishna. It's not possible. The material world was created for the souls who want to experience their independence mentality. Marginal means you are tatastha. That you can degrade yourself while you are in the material world. Or you can go up. Once you're up, no more going down.
So we won't be then marginal.
Don't have the thought, marginal means you can go up and down. Once you reach in the spiritual world, it's like once you burn your finger, you don't want to touch the fire. Are you going to touch the fire again? You burnt your finger already. Yeah? Your intelligence became developed now. It's like a child who wants to play the fan. You just unplug the fan, keep moving, right? But slowly. So this was the story of Prabhupada with his son. You heard of this? You remember that? Yeah? And his friends were there. Prabhupada's friend. So his son would like to touch the fan. And he cannot stop. Okay, you touch. So the child touched the fan, but it's not moving so fast that it will cut the finger. He got hurt. So Prabhupada asked him, okay, why don't you touch again? And then the friends were all laughing. The child did not do it anymore. Marginal, you are in the material world. There are three main potencies. Antaranga Shakti, Tatasa Shakti, and Bahiranga Shakti. Material world is Bahiranga, external. We are Tatasta. We can go back. But once you're in the Antaranga Shakti, spiritual energy, because you're spirit soul, you're not material. It is your mentality that is covered up. Because we identify with this body which is full of past stool, mucus, urine, blood. No? Your spiritual body will never die. So what is the thought of coming back? Do you understand? Huh? So get out of the material platform. Get out of the mental platform. Bodily platform means mental platform. I am this body, I'm Gujarati, I'm Punjabi, I'm Bengali, I'm Hindu, I'm Muslim, I'm Christian, I'm white, I'm brown, I'm black, I'm American, I'm Australian, I'm Indian, I'm Filipino. I'm not this body. I'm spirit soul. So that is not tatasta in the sense that, it's a spirit soul. It's not material. Okay?
Yes, we are spirit soul, but
Your mentality, your consciousness in the conditioned state can be up or down. But our original consciousness is Krishna consciousness. So once you become Krishna conscious, you will not anymore be in the material consciousness. Right now we're just trying to be Krishna conscious because we have forgotten Krishna. That's why we're doing arti, we're doing chanting, so that to purify ourselves. Right now, we're still thinking, I'm a wife, I'm the husband. No, your family members is only in this lifetime. Once we die, we don't have any more relationship with our family. Our relationship is with Krishna eternally. So that is not the kasta. Yes? Yes?
Through Krishna, we still can have relations with the like devotees are there. So
Huh?
through Krishna, we can have still the relation exists in the spiritual world, right?
We have an eternal relationship with Krishna.
And how about with the devotees in the spiritual world?
Yes, we may or we may not recognize them. You will not recognize who is your son or who is your friends. But we are all children of Krishna. You will not recognize their feature. Because our feature change. We change, our body changes. But eternally, yes, we may have that eternal relationship. It's like it says that there is an eternal relationship between the spiritual master and the disciple. That the disciple, they're always assisting the spiritual master. And that can be also in the spiritual world. But you will not know who is your mother, who is your father. But we're all children of Krishna. Forget that now. Just chant Hare Krishna. Okay? And be happy. That's first thing that we should do. That is too elevated for us to understand. We cannot even understand we're not this body. No, we're spirit soul. Isn't it? Yes?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. What's your name?
Anutara.
Tara? What?
Anutara.
Avatara?
Anutara.
Anutara. Only one Tara. No, I have a friend in India.
From the first question, where you said that you can, once you get elevated to the spiritual world, you cannot be demoted back down to the material world.
Yes.
But isn't that how we came down to the material world? We all originally started in the spiritual world.
That's another topic. And I don't think we'll be able to talk about that right now. What is more important actually is how to get out. We should not talk and delve too much in how we get here. Like past is past. What is the present? That is more important. And Prabhupada's message is to go back home, back to Godhead. So we should follow in that way. Yeah? We should not think of how did I get here. We should be thinking how to get out of here. That is more important. Because we will never understand this with our tiny, puny, little mind. We cannot grasp this. Okay? Just another topic. And another question? No?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Whereas with the message of Prabhupada, I stayed in Janardan for almost a couple of years during the last 2 or 3 years. And I had the mercy to listen to lectures in Janardan. Just 2 days before I
here. Radha Shama Sundar is here.
Hey,
Prabhupada is here.
This is so special to see.
I'm very happy. I think your temple is very vibrant just by coming and see how nicely it is being kept. Yeah. The criteria whereby we can make advancement rapidly is this association, and I hope you come every day as much as possible, regularly. Because in some temples I've seen, it's not a criticism, but if you have time, come, And here, the Srimad Bhagavatam, worship the deities. Otherwise, have morning program at home as well. It may not be the same standard that we have here at the temple, but Prabhupada emphasized, and our Guru Maharaj emphasized so much morning program, both morning and evening, especially the Grihasthas. They should get together 15 to 20 minutes every day, do kirtan together, chant, and read from the Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or any of Srila Prabhupada's books. Yes, I'm happy to come and be here. This is our first time here in Adelaide. And we'll be here until Friday morning. Thank you very much. Sukriya! Srila Prabhupada ki Jai! Vidai Gaur Sitanan